Hi, and welcome to Parkview Christian Church. I'm Brian Ingalls, the senior minister here at Parkview, and you are watching our Christian Handbook video series. It's practical teaching for following Jesus and participating in His church. I want to talk about worship at church. You know, every Sunday morning, pretty much every church has some form of worship. Most of us around Springfield, we're used to churches with a song service, and it usually ranges from the traditional kind of music to almost like a concert. By traditional, I mean singing old hymns, many of which were written, by the way, in the 1700s or the 1800s. Of course, back then, in those days, all the hymns were brand new. That was the new music that all the kids were singing. But now that's the old music, really old music, and people have been singing those hymns for so long that even if you've never been to church, you have still undoubtedly heard one or two like Amazing Grace, How Great Thou Art, Go Tell It on the Mountain, or a Christmas hymn like Hark the Herald Angels Sing, which was written in 1739. Can you believe it? So if you go to church, get ready for some oldies but goodies. They're going to have a lot of good words in them. They're going to say a lot of great things about God. But Christians in our church as well, we sing new music as well. We sing new Christian worship music. Christian worship music has their own billboard charts and their own bands. And a lot of churches have bands. Here at Parkview Christian Church, we've got a band and we mix it up a little bit. We sing some old stuff and some new stuff. We pick out our songs mostly because of the words, what they say. You know, it doesn't really matter what style or how old or young the song is. What matters is what the words say. And we're celebrating when we worship what Jesus means for us, what God's done in the past and what He's doing in the present. Jesus died for our sins, and God offered us forgiveness and a brand new start. Even when we were a mess, God's done a lot in our lives. And He's also done a lot in history. He's worked in a lot of other people's lives. And when you come to church, you might see some people really getting into it. They might be raising their hands, closing their eyes, clapping with the music, praying. Well, it's all about spending time thanking and praising and celebrating Jesus and God from the bottom of your heart. So you'll see people worship in different ways. And in the Bible, that's okay. In Psalm 95, David talks about kneeling before God, very devout. Jeremiah talks about lifting up our hands to God. And David, again, in Psalm 150, talks about praising God loudly with musical instruments. Well, this Sunday we're going to be playing some musical instruments here at church when we worship. We're going to sing a few songs. Some are going to be old, some are going to be newer. And we're going to be celebrating because God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son. Because that's what worship does. It celebrates God. And you're invited. Thank you for watching. You are always invited to be our guest this Sunday. We're located north of Bass Pro on Campbell and Bennett Streets, right across from Parkview High School. Be blessed.